Hi everyone, Great Power 60 here. So this is the part 2 where I'm showing you how I actually organized all of my cards that I found. And as I showed you before, I was keeping my cards in this box, which I absolutely loved. It was so well organized. It's a pretty color with the green and the blue. And it sat in my bedroom, in my closet, not in my closet, in my dresser. I have one of those ones with a door and a shelf. It was perfect. I knew where my cards were all the time. And as you know, I've been decluttering. And in decluttering, I found all of these cards. So I'm going to show you today what I did with each and every one of these cards, and thank heavens they fit in here, and the ones that were too big, I put them in this other box, and I'll use that until they're all used up, and then I'll use that box for another purpose. Put the top over there. So what I did with the whole thing is I went through each and every card. Now, what I used was, I think her name is KonMari. She's a Japanese organization consultant, expert, and what she says is if you're going through something, like for instance your clothing, if you're going to be decluttering and purging your clothes, take your clothes from every single room that you have, pile them all up in the middle of the floor, sit down and touch each and every one of them. If it brings you pleasure, if you really like it, keep it. If you look at it and you really don't like it, you don't feel good about it, put it aside. And that's how you kind of organize and purge your clothes. And you do that with different things. So she's saying you do your clothes, then your books, and by the time you get to things like mementos, pictures, things like that, by the time you get to that, you're used to feeling things and touching things and figuring out what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep and that kind of thing. So that's sort of the theory of her organization and so on. And apparently she has a fantastic book. I never read it, but I went online and checked out some of her YouTube videos. She's got some great ideas on how to fold clothes, which I did. And all of a sudden, I have like double the space in my dressers. So check her out. It's Marie Kondo, Kondo, and she's an expert in organization and decluttering. So just check her out. So anyway, getting back to, I used her theory in organizing my cards. So as I said, I had them stacked here because I had to go through them. They were all mixed up. I didn't know what was what. So I went through each and every one of them. And as I went through each and every one of my cards, even the blank ones, I went through each and every blank one and I folded it into its envelope so that they each had their own envelope. And I'll tell you why I did that. 2 reasons. One was to make sure that each card had an envelope match to put it away. The second reason was because they were all mixed up. I mean, there was a few groupings, but most of them were all mixed up. Because they were all mixed up, those that didn't have an envelope, I put aside, and extra envelopes I found, I put aside. So I had 2 little piles of cards with no envelope and envelopes with no card. So I put those aside. So that was fine. And this is the result of that. And I'll put that there for a minute. So that's what I did. And as I went through them, I piled them in different categories so I could decide what I was going to do. I found that I had quite a few blank ones. So these are cards that have no message inside so that you can write whatever you want. Some of them are just, small little thank you type cards, etc. So I put those. So what I've done is I've taken a few of the binder dividers, cut them down to size, and with my label maker, labeled each one um, for the categories that I want. Okay, so the first one I have is blank. So I put all of my blank cards in there. The second one is birthday, and I didn't divide it among any particular, it's all birthday. Anything related to birthdays. Cute little birthday cards like this. Birthday to brother, special birthday wishes, to a fun 6-year-old. So they're all mixed. I don't have any particular order for the birthdays. I have one that I made up here. It's called invitations. These are all things like come to the baby shower, invited for a party, all of those kind of things. The next one I have is get well. And get well also includes coping. So I have in here the ones that are just, you hear that your friend, maybe got a divorce or is having a bad time at a new job, or, for whatever reason they're feeling bad. They're not sick, they're just feeling bad. So I have quite a few cards that are really, really cute, just to perk up their spirits and say I'm thinking of you, and little coping type messages on them. Some days you have one scoop, some days you have 4. Some days all your scoops fall on the floor. I mean, that is so adorable. And that's just, a little humor to help your friends and family or whoever you send them to, feel a little better that they heard from you. And snail mail is kind of nice once in a while because we do everything on email, we do everything online, we talk on the phone, but that personal touch that somebody took the time to write a card and mail it to you, and then you receive it, is so special. So, I'm still a firm believer in snail mail. Then I have the next one is special occasions. Special occasions will include everything like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, congratulations on your graduation, Valentine's for grandsons. I mean, so that's sort of the kind of things I have. Happy Easter. I have a lot of little Easter cards in here. Weddings and all of that. So all of that in the special occasions, I kept it all in one grouping. And then the last one is my Christmas, and that's the biggest. That is, we'll lift her up here. That is the biggest one. And I know I have more packed with my Christmas decorations and things. I know I do. We'll get to that. But at least when I find them, I know where I can put them. So now I have them all in here. If they're too big to fit in here, I have my box. So now I have them all organized. They're all in here. Whatever occasion I need to find, I have them. I can put my cards away with the top on it. Stick that away. And it's not too bad. I mean, it's big, obviously, and I do have a lot. But I know where they are. They're all together. I've touched each one. As I said, I was going to show you what I've done. Every single card, when you get cards, you get all the cards in the front and a bunch of envelopes in the back. Well, I don't like that because I'd like to pull out the card and the envelope. I know they match. I know I have enough of them. And then I can sign the card and address it right away. That card has been touched, I know. So, I don't know if I mentioned that earlier or not. I can't remember, but I did want to mention it. So each and every single one of these cards that I have in here, I actually touched, opened it up, and put it, the envelope to match with it. So all of the matches are here. All of the envelopes are here. I'm definitely not going to be buying any cards unless it's not in here for some reason. I think the only one I don't have, no, I have everything. Welcome baby, I was going to say boy or girl, welcome to your baby girl. I don't have that, but I do have welcome to your new baby. So those will be used up first. What I've done is, here are the extras. So these are all the cards that I have with no, even Christmas ones. I don't know where the envelopes are. They're probably, Christmas ones are probably packed with the Christmas stuff. I'm not keeping them. I may look at a couple and say, if I cut out the picture, I may want to use that for crafting. But I'm not going to keep the whole card. So, and this is one of those thank you cards, and it's too bad it's really cute. I wish I had had an envelope for it, but I might already have one in there. I think I have two like this in there. So these ones, all recycling, and the blank envelopes, the envelopes that didn't match these that I have, extra envelopes, I put them in the back behind Christmas. The reason I did that is because there may be times when I just want to write a letter or type out something. Well, why go buy envelopes when I have them all here? I don't know. This is all put together with the tape. So obviously there were other cards with it. I have no idea where they are. I have no idea. As I said, it's probably packed for Christmas things. So that was my project. That's another thing then. This is another area in my life that I have organized. I have put them together. This will go into my little cabinet in my bedroom along with the box. And on someone's birthday, Christmas, somebody's new baby, somebody got a new job and I want to congratulate them, even if I give it to them by hand rather than mail, I have them and I know where they are exactly. And the problem is that a lot of times when we have a lot of things in our life, they're all over the place and we don't know exactly where they are. So this is part of my decluttering, part of my reorganization, and my reorganization is to make sure the things that I have in my home, I know exactly where they are. And fortunately, I live alone, so I'm not going to have somebody come and take them out of wherever they are and put them somewhere else. Those who have that problem, you're going to have to train those guys, the kids, the husbands, the wives, whatever, train them to, put things back where they belong, and you'll feel so much better. And I know that's a toughie because I was married once, and I had that same problem. Well, thanks for joining me on this little DIY, showing you how I organized all of my cards and how I'm going to use them and save money by not buying more. So thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you like this type of video, these crazy little things that I do, please join me. Subscribe if you haven't. If you're a returning friend, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate all the friends and all the help and all the love. You take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.